Oh man, this trail is killing me. Still gotta go all the way up that way. And I'm not even 100% sure I'm on the right track. Had a belt snap. Must have got something stuck in there. Oh man, I'm in the middle of a random trail. It's close to sunset, and both my drive belts just decided they wanted to hit the bed. I don't know what got in there. Something got in there. It ate up both belts, not one, but they're both damaged. All right, let's not panic. I know what needs to be done next. I need to get this thing out of here. So that's the next step. All right, I do believe that me and this section of trail have some unfinished business. This time, obviously, I've got the all-terrain electric skateboard instead of the dirt surfer. I've got almost 60 kilometers to do today, and it's already 10 o'clock. We need to get the show on the road. All right, so here's the scoop. Due to the way the charging opportunities are laid up, my first stop is in 10 kilometers, not very far on this board. I'm gonna load balance the battery so that I'm not stopped there charging for very long. Then we have a 20 kilometer stretch to our next charging stop. And then after that, our last leg of the day is a 24 kilometer stretch, which winds up with us in Barrie, and that's where we're gonna spend the night, in a motel. First battery swap for load balancing. Swapping to the third battery. Hard to believe we've crushed 7 kilometers already. All right, last 3 kilometer stretch until we get to our first charging stop in Wyevale. Well, here we are, Wyevale. Actually, let me try the Jug City, because I think I see an outlet on the side of the building, and it's in the shade, and there's a bench. So maybe we'll get super lucky. I gotta go now. Oh, I think I might get lucky. I think I see an outlet. Oh. Nice. Alright, let's see if this bad boy has power. Haha, yes we do. Nice. Alright, there we go, all plugged in. I guess now we play the waiting game. We should wind up in Barrie by about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. More than enough time to find a motel and get there and sign in for the night. All right, that's 45 minutes of charging done and dusted. All right, Jug City, thank you for the charge. And now for a 20 kilometer stretch that should put us in Phelpston for our second charge of the day. All right, back on the road again. Since this next leg is only a 20 kilometer stretch, I am going to load balance the batteries again. This one about 7 kilometers each to again reduce the amount of time spent charging, but that'll probably only drop our charging time from 3 hours down to 2, but still that's an extra hour saved. On these types of trips, any little bit of time saving like that is much appreciated. Yeah, we're just straight up riding beside the road now. Now, one thing I don't like about this particular section of trail, it's very gravelly. It's got very large pieces of gravel, and it's thick. It's a thick layer, so it gets a little soupy in some spots, so I gotta be careful that I don't fishtail and wipe out. And not only that, it makes the board work a little bit harder, so I'm gonna spend more time sitting there charging at my charging stops. So hopefully this you know, kind of smooths out into some better condition trail. 14 kilometers an hour, maybe 15. Yeah, seems to be about the correct speed to handle this. Oh, the trail gets a little bit more interesting on the other side here. Ah, because this is where this trail starts going that way, and then it's a different section of trail across the road here. All right. So we are now on a different type of trail. Interesting. It's a little bit damp. Did it rain here a lot recently? Yeah, it's not too bad. Seems a little bit sticky is the word I'd use, but pretty dense, hard packed. It's not causing crazy amounts of rolling resistance or anything, so definitely a different type of trail. It's not the big wide gravel trail that was over there. This is more of a more grown in, more almost like a twin track in some sections here, which if you remember my dirt surfer video, that's what a lot of the trail was leading up to that section. And then it just turned into that glorious rail trail for several kilometers. And now it's back to this. So interesting. Keep smelling whiffs of campfire. Oh, it smells so good. Like, it's pretty much grown into a dirt trail at some points here. This is definitely not a well-traversed trail compared to that last section. All right, so the trail kind of just terminates at this poor guy's property here. And now I have to ride on the side of the road, which is fine. That's what this board is made for. Whoa, but it is very silty. Okay, I gotta be careful and limit my speed. Okay, I think this is where I gotta go. Okay, I think I see where the trail picks up across the way there. Oh man, this is so confusing. Not to mention, this is a really bad blind corner. Oh, we're gonna pick up the board and make a mad dash for it, because this is too dangerous to ride across with that blind corner. All right, I'm going. And go. Then we go this way, I think. Or is this? Nope. I don't know, man. It makes no sense. I feel like this is part of someone's property. All right, we're just gonna continue along the side of the road like we were there. We're a little bit overdue for a battery balancing load swap. Anyways, so. All right, let's try not to die. Yeah, as long as I take my time, this should be fine. It's a lot better condition here. It's not as silty. It's actually mostly broken up pavement here. But yeah, at the next intersection, I think is where I'm supposed to turn. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just track along the road here. Very, very close to a high-speed roadway, and make my way there. I see a whole bunch of people's bike tracks in the silt here, so I think I'm not the only one that has had to make this weird, strange reroute. Definitely sketchy. At least we can finally get off of the sketchy side of the road here. So we should be able to turn here. And then immediately to our left, the trail apparently picks back up again. Well, the trail crossing ahead sign is certainly a good omen. And yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, so it looks like it was absolutely a good call, because it looks like this is private property. The trail is no longer here now, but it does continue across the way here. So weird little reroute. There should be some signage, because I have no idea how many people that poor guy I talked to has to turn away from his property, because there's no signage. The trail just like goes right out onto his field and then stops. There's no signage, nothing. So he didn't seem particularly bothered, so I just apologized and went on my way. But yeah, I feel bad for the guy. All right, back on some solid rail trail at least. Interesting. So the trail turns into this like single track dirt trail, which if it's not too muddy should be fine. I'm assuming this is the trail. I didn't see any trespassing signs or anything, so I don't think this is anyone's property. Sure hope not. I don't want to get shot. I think I went where I'm not supposed to be. There's a fork back there at the gate where I was supposed to take the actual gravel trail instead of continuing straight, but that's my mistake. Oh, there we go. This is the way I'm supposed to go. So we're coming up to like a little parquet type thing, which I might be able to stop here and use the bathroom real quick. Yeah, neat. And if I needed to stop and charge, it looks like it actually has outlets, but I'm not quite where I need to be to charge yet, so we'll continue on. Oh man, it is getting roasty toasty, but it's 1:17. We are 10 kilometers into this particular leg. Yeah, we're making good time. If I hit there for 1:30, 2-hour charge, 2:30, 3:30, another 2.5 hours to get to Barrie, 4:35, 36. Not bad. So we're shaving time left and right. Right here. Just cross the road. Pick up the board before traffic crushes me. All right, now we're back on our way. Yeah, this gets real confusing at times. See, when you spend time trying to figure out where the trail goes when it gets into the middle of a town and it cuts through like different areas and different turnoffs and stuff like that, it might not seem like it adds a ton of time at the moment trying to figure out where you're going, but if you're doing that over the course of the day, that delays you by over an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how much of that crap you have to deal with. So, but now we're back on the trail. Lots of battery, lots of range, almost getting to the point where it's time to swap over to the third battery on this particular stretch. So the trail comes to a stop here. As you can see, there's nothing on the other side except for some cornfield. But thankfully, I think this is a pretty quiet side road. So I can just kind of hug the right side here and traffic can pass around me, so you can see a car coming. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the second half of the 300-kilometer electric skateboard trip I did, where a lot of that second half was all on these paved side roads. Nice and quiet, so traffic ain't gonna bother me much, but at the same time, not the greatest pavement, which thankfully doesn't matter when I'm on these all-terrain wheels. And we turn right here. Nice gravel road. Yeah, just in the middle of nowhere, really. Farmland over there, farmland behind me. I'm just on a, it's not even a paved road, it's just like a dirt concession. Oh, stop right in the middle of the road to swap my battery, because why not? I'll keep an eye out for traffic and obviously move if I hear a car coming. But we're so remote that, yeah, I'm gonna be on my way here in a sec before that's even a remote possibility. All right, third battery hooked up. Board on. And now we continue for the last stretch to our next charging stop. We're making a really good time. Here's hoping that continues. It's a beautiful day out here in the middle of rural Ontario. The sun is shining down, a little bit of clouds in the sky. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, but a nice wind chill going from moving so fast. Ah, this is what I needed, man. Out here, cruising. All right, here's another random side road. This one is paved. And then I gotta keep an eye out for the trail on my right-hand side where the rail trail picks back up again. Yeah, I don't feel so bad about riding on these back roads here where there's not a lot of traffic, because I'll see and hear cars a long time before I need to get out of their way. As long as I'm, you know, obviously paying attention and looking over my shoulder and not straying too far from my side of the road. Here is the trail crossing. They still have the signs up, so the trail used to actually come through here, but it no longer does. I guess they no longer have permission to use the land. But anyways, there's the rail trail. Away we go. Bam. You guys doing the TCT? I'll take that as a no. They kind of looked at me like I was dumb. Oops. All right, we're back on some of the really soft and silty trail here. Yeah, I'm like sliding all over the place. All right, I gotta go slow, at least for now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa, I'm fish. Okay. Okay, we're fishtailing. Yeah, we're just gonna cruise through here at about 12 kilometers an hour. Nice and slow. I don't feel like wiping out my first aid kit. All right, just stopped for a little water break. We are 17 kilometers in, so which means about 3 kilometers and a bit behind me, just a straight shot down that way is Phelpston, where our charging stop is. We're making really good time. I gotta be super careful about this trail because this particular section is really, really soft and sandy. This is what I'm riding on. And I can do it, but I can't go fast and I can't steer hard or I'll fishtail off. My street board wouldn't be able to do this for sure. All right, 3 kilometers to go. Let's blast our way there. All right, the trail conditions have improved a little bit. It's much more thinly layered on top of the ground. Oh man, for one stretch there, it got super, super sandy. I actually wiped out once, almost wiped out a couple more times. I had to go super slow, inching my way through that section. But thankfully, now that we're getting real close to Phelpston, seems like it's kind of calmed and soothed out a little bit on the trail here. So we're only about 1 kilometer away from where we have to be. And because of how gnarly this ground has been, I have a feeling we'll be there for probably a little bit longer than 2 hours. All right, here's where my GPS pin plops me. Now let's find out where we're gonna stop and charge here. Well, there's a memorial park here. Huh, this might actually be exactly what I need. Let's find out. All right, Memorial Park. Are you hiding any outlets on me? Are you holding out on me? All right, so I'll leave the board there for now. And we'll scout the outside of this building, see if there's any outlets. There's none on this side. You holding out on me? I don't see any over here either. But no, nothing on the outside. Dang, I thought I'd get lucky and find something there I can plug into, but apparently not. I'll do a quick scout around this park, but yeah, it's looking like a bust. This was just a surprise find. It wasn't even on my list of potentials, so we may not be so screwed after all. See what I see up there? That is a set of outlets tucked up nice and high and out of the way. Now the question is, can I reach up and access them? If I stand on my board, maybe. Let's find out. Should be able to reach just enough to get my outlet splitter in there, and then from there it should be easy enough to get everything plugged in. First, we gotta make sure that outlet has power before we get all excited. Alright, outlet splitter's in. Now let's try a charger. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, you sneaky snake, we got power. Found our charging stop. It's not the most safest charging setup in the world, but it's getting the job done. Hey, found a charging spot, a place I wasn't expecting to find one. I knew that a building like this had to have an outlet on the exterior somewhere, because it's like one of those park buildings that have like bathrooms and stuff. Got a place to charge. I'm just gonna post up in the shade over here and relax for probably 2.5, maybe even close to 3 hours. I have a feeling that all the silt on that trail really made me burn through quite a lot of the battery. So yeah, we'll let that fully charge. Then we have a last 24-kilometer stretch to get to Barrie. All right. Better get comfy because I got at least 2 hours, probably closer to 3 ahead of me. A little bit overcast, which I'm not complaining about. I checked the weather. It's still not supposed to rain, at least until tomorrow. For now, at least the sun is going to be conveniently hidden away and reduce the amount of roasting I get on my last leg of my trip here. Making up some noodles, probably eat that, and some oatmeal. Get some calories into me. I haven't really eaten much since early this morning, so I need to make sure I don't run a deficit on calories here. We're about an hour into the charging, at least an hour to go, probably closer to another 2 hours, but I'm used to the 3-hour charge cycles. This will give me some protein and also ease my guts on the noodles, because the noodles don't play very well with my IBS. I see a green light. You know what that means. At least one of these batteries is done charging. It's been about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Green. Green. Oh, nice. We're all done. All right. Time to pack up and get out of here. It's 4:45 right now. If I make good time and do this next leg in 2 hours, it will put me in Barrie at 6:45, just shy of 7 o'clock, which is pretty good. That's pretty decent. Yeah, this is much more graded and not as much gravel on top. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, the trail and the area has definitely changed. More on like a crownland back road or something. Wow, look at that. That's a view. I'm just bisecting this random field of something growing. That's cool. Yeah, the trail just bisects this farm. Farm over here, something growing, I don't know what. And then the trail goes straight, and then farm over there. You know what this kind of reminds me of? A couple years ago, I drove out west to Saskatchewan, and it was very, very flat and open. A lot like this. About 9.5 kilometers on this battery, and it's about to give up the ghost. So I predict I'll have to stop and swap it over in a minute. Yeah, we're definitely slowing down. I figure I have maybe a couple hundred meters left on this battery, and then it'll cut out. So far, so good. I haven't bothered calling any of the motels yet. I figure something's got to be open. Worst case, I just stop and charge and then continue along the trail a bit until I find somewhere to stealth camp, of which there is ample opportunity here. Oh. Well, on that note, my battery just died. Time to swap her. They're getting a little toasty in there. They definitely need a chance to air out when I get to Barrie. All right, just like that, we're good for probably another, oh geez, probably like 15 kilometers on that battery. Yeah, not bad. We managed almost 10 kilometers on the nose on that battery, which is the second biggest battery I have in there. We're now on the largest battery I have. We've jumped up from a 360 watt hour battery up to a 420 watt hour battery, something like that. So we are in some sort of conservation authority, which you can see all the marshland and stuff like that here. Not really a great place to stealth camp, not because I'd be worried about getting caught or anything, but because it's so marshy and swampy in this area, and finding a good spot to set up a tent for the night would be a exercise in frustration. Not to mention, oh my god, is it going to be buggy in here once that sun goes down. So at least these are some nice backcountry roads with not a lot of traffic. Like these are some like real backcountry roads here. Hey, paved road. What is this? Somebody playing a prank on me. Ooh, it's so smooth to ride. We are getting hit with a heck of a hill though, and yeah, my board's struggling to get up this because it is not the torquiest board in existence. We're crawling. It's gonna deplete this battery pretty fast, but we should have enough. Oh, look at this. New property under construction. I think this is what I would want. Out here, close enough to the city that you could drive there within the day and have lots of time to do stuff. But not so close where the price of the property is up through the roof. A lot of properties under development around here. Yeah, this isn't so much a back country road, but there is a nice paved shoulder I could ride on. So I just gotta keep my wits about me for traffic and ride on the shoulder. But from here, I guess we're in the real suburbs of Barrie, because from here we slowly wind our way into the city core through roads. I think we're done with the trails until we get through Barrie. But hey, as long as I got a nice paved, clean shoulder to ride on with lots of margin, I am a happy camper. All right, all-terrain board versus train tracks. Gonna do it. Oh, please don't die. Oh, okay, we managed it. I would have died on my streetboard for sure. This is all freshly paved with a nice big, fat, thick, juicy shoulder to ride on. Turns out I'm not done with the trails. I got some more trails that I gotta take here. Well, I really hope that this trail isn't uphill the entire way. It's just another gravel rail trail, but definitely not as graded as an actual rail trail. Man, some of these hills are just way too steep. Now hopefully this is taking me where I need to go, because the track is not quite accurate to what it's actually doing with me here. What goes up must come down, I hope. Okay, that's enough of hills like that, please. Especially towards the end of the day when I'm feeling pretty wiped. There's this trail down here, and I'm almost wondering if that's the one that I'm supposed to be taking here. According to my GPS, it is. So we're gonna work our way down here and take this, because I think I was on a fool's errand going up this hill here. Whew. This is a straight through dirt trail, which looks a lot more like the GPS did. Still a hill though, fantastic. This trail is killing me. Still gotta go all the way up that way. And I'm not even 100% sure I'm on the right track. Worst case, this is a really good spot to stealth camp. It's a set of hiking trails. We just need to get off the beaten trail. But no, the lure of a nice, warm, comfy bed and a hot shower is too alluring right now. I don't want to dirtle around in here too long though, because it's 6 o'clock, I think, and I do not want to be in here when the sun goes down, so I need to get out of here ASAP. I had a belt snap somehow. Must have got something stuck in there. Oh man, I'm in the middle of a random trail. It's close to sunset, and both my drive belts just decided they wanted to shit the bed. I should hopefully be downhill from here, getting bitten by mosquitoes. I want to at least make it into Barrie, so I'm gonna haul this piece of shit out to the nearest road and see if I can make those belt swaps, but that's gonna delay me. Oh man, I still have like a kilometer or two to hike this thing out. I don't know what got in there. Something got in there. It ate up both belts, not one, but they're both damaged. Like a stick or something got lodged in the teeth. All right, let's not panic. I know what needs to be done next. I need to get this thing out of here. So that's the next step. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs, so first things first, I need to load up on bug spray. Something fierce. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's in my eye. Oh, it burns. Oh. So we've gone from having the time of our lives to catastrophic failure real quick. I have 2 replacement belts, and I gotta replace both of those. Yeah, we're not having a good time right now, guys. This has gone from 100 to 0 real fast. Okay, so I'm almost out at the road. At least the trail has been nice and smooth and graded for the rest of this hike. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, man. Both belts got shredded. The one's still hanging on by a thread, but I don't want to put any pressure on it. It'll snap the moment I do. So I'll have to change both belts. And I should have all the right tools. Worst comes to worst, I am a 6.5 kilometer hike from that Comfort Inn. And if it comes down to it, I'll have to hike there and book a room for the night, and then bail out in the morning. How poetic. A similar area to where I started off this morning. All right. Detach the battery so we're not getting any live power running here. This is gonna take a minute. Let me figure this out and then get back to you. So, thank God for that guy. He stopped by and he had a clamp that I could use to undo the nut on this wheel. So I got a nice fresh belt on there, all nice and fresh. No, nothing in there blocking it. Now, the that other belt, she's about to snap, but I'm hoping it can last the last 6 kilometers to get to Barrie. And my other belt there is not in the greatest condition, but it may just last me long enough to get to the Comfort Inn. So we'll see. I don't know about you, but I desperately need to go and relax. Third battery hooked up. Second one's not quite done yet, but I want full power to get me to the motel. I do suppose now would also be the pertinent time to call ahead to the motel and make sure they've got a room available. All right, so I got a place. It's at the Comfort Inn and Suites. It's going to be a little on the expensive side, close to 200 bucks. But after how frazzled I am, it seems like it's worth it. So I'm going to push on ahead, see how this belt does. Having both of those belts shatter like that has really shaken my confidence in this board. And, you know, I'll have to swap out that other belt, and then I've got no more belts, and I still got 3 days of travel ahead of me. Well, so far that second damaged belt seems to be holding it together. We'll see how long that lasts. I haven't had any belt skipping or anything like that. All the sand and stuff that gunked up the belt seems to have shaken itself loose. Yeah, we've entered Barrie proper now. We're gonna go to that motel, and then I think we're gonna bail out in the morning. I think that's the plan. That belt, the one that's still a little frayed, it's holding together, but I don't trust that to last that long. It needs to be replaced just like the other one was. There we are, there's Comfort Inn. Yeah, I'm pretty beat and demoralized, so sooner I can get in and rest, the better. All right, we're here. Well, this is lodgings for the night. It's actually a really good little motel room here. A lot better than the one I stayed at on my last trip. But yeah, today went from 100 to 0 real quick with that belt shredding. Oh, man. Oh, I needed that. Right, so here's the rub. The second belt, the one that was damaged that didn't snap, it's still holding together. I can't change the other belt if it breaks because I don't have the correct tool. I could go out and get the tool I need to swap that belt, and it does need to be swapped right away. I wouldn't trust that much longer. I'm surprised it actually held up as long as it did, getting the additional 8 kilometers to the motel. That definitely needs to be swapped out, and that would leave me with no extra belts for the next 3 days and close to 200 kilometers. I'm in Barrie now, and I have a lot of options for getting home from here, lots of public transit options, and this is a good point to come back to resume in the future. Unfortunately, we have another bailout of a adventure, but this one is more so precautionary to make sure I don't get to the point where I need to be rescued. I'm gonna go out, get some food, come back, and get the best sleep of my life. So, see you guys next time.